Good morning. So I'm going to get into my story later, of course, later on when I speak, but I've been in real estate for 17 years. I've been number one in Alabama 3 times, won the Diamond Award several times, making over $1 million a year as a single agent. So that's pretty much my background and kind of my awards and things that I've won. Really wanted it really bad, grew up roofing houses, worked really hard. That translated into real estate, and I made $1 million by the time I'm 23. I lose it all by 25, and that's when I learned everything that I'm going to talk to you about today in my speech. But at the end of the day, I just believe that hard work is the number one thing. You got to believe, like Shawn said earlier, totally committed. You have to be 100% committed to what you're trying to achieve. If there is even a small little piece of you that doesn't believe that you're going to achieve what you're trying to achieve, it won't work. You have to believe and be fully committed, and then put the work in. Once you put the work in, then you have to learn how to adapt. Try new things, figure out what works and what doesn't work. Okay? And then when you put all that together and you're working hard and you're believing and you're adapting, now it's time to put all that together and then start being patient. Because you see, most people believe they can do it. A lot of people believe they can do it. But out of those people who believe, very few also work hard. And out of the few people that believe that work hard, even fewer also adapt. Adapt to the new world. There's always things changing. Coming down to Brazil has been a real eye-opener for me. You guys are behind us. And there's going to be a lot of changes coming to Brazil, technology-wise, social media-wise. And you guys have to learn to adapt and use these tools as they become available to better your businesses and to produce more, and it will help you be more efficient and more effective and more productive. But the key to all of it is to be patient, because everybody wants it right now. And the truth is, nothing happens overnight. If you put the work in, you can, it's almost like you can predict where you're going to be next year and the year after and the year after, right? And your business becomes predictable over time based on the output that you're doing today. I think it is something that maybe I was born with, that I, from day one, wanted to be the best at whatever I was going to do. So anything I did as a kid, growing up, in high school, when I got out, everything that I did, I wanted to be the best. And I would give it everything I had. I would focus completely on whatever it was until I accomplished whatever the goal was. So I've always been very goal-oriented, production-oriented. So I think some people are born with it and some people aren't. The people that aren't, can you still find it? Can you still learn how to have this mentality? And I believe yes. Okay, I'm tired of this way of life, and I want this now, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to get there. And that's really what it takes. That's really what the DNA of being a top producer really is. I think with RE/MAX and the DNA of a RE/MAX agent is someone who believes that it doesn't necessarily matter where you work, what company you work for, you're going to be successful regardless of where you are. However, when you combine that mentality of no one's going to stop me from being successful, and you combine that with the number one brand of real estate in the world, RE/MAX, now we're in trouble. This is dangerous. When you combine the work ethic and the mentality that no one's going to stop you with the most powerful brand in the world, that's when you're going to see exponential growth, when you use the brand. But don't lean on the brand that it's going to carry you there. remember you have to use it. You have to put the work in behind it and then use it as a tool, because everybody knows RE/MAX. The general public knows that RE/MAX is number one. There's no doubt. So when you're out there talking to your clients and customers and you tell them you're with RE/MAX, it means something. So that's what I think the DNA is of a RE/MAX agent.
Does it work?
I think it's obvious for me that it works with what I've achieved. I wouldn't have been able to achieve this. I definitely would not. I don't believe in my heart if I wouldn't have moved to RE/MAX when I did and started applying the things that I did at the time, that I would be here right now, number one. But number two, hit diamond. You know, and the RE/MAX system is very, it creates a little bit of competition. You know, and we have the levels, executive, you know, platinum, chairman, all the way up to diamond. And it makes you want to achieve these things. Whereas other companies don't necessarily have this culture of achievement and production. And it pushes you and it drives you. And then on the back end, they're educating you. There's so much education. We're here now. How many companies in Brazil are doing conferences like this and putting forth the effort to educate you and to help you become better agents? I don't know, but I would probably say none. They want to help you. So I think without RE/MAX, I wouldn't be where I am today. I know I wouldn't be where I am today. So I thank RE/MAX for that. My best piece of advice for you guys is, I think that you guys have incredible leadership. You know, from Prosciutto, Renato, all the way down to Carlos and Moses. I spent some time with Carlos and Moses, and I'm here to tell you that these guys, they have it down. They have the whole real estate game completely figured out. They're not chasing money. They're chasing people. They're chasing relationships. And what I think you should do, and it's what I did in the beginning of my career, I took a little bit from this agent, I took a little bit from that agent, I took a little bit from this broker, I took a little bit from this person and this person and that person, and I learned a little bit from everyone. And I took bits and pieces, and over time I developed my own systems. And I think that's what you guys should do, because the way RE/MAX is growing in Brazil, you guys are developing some serious leadership roles with your top producing agents. And I think that Carlos and Moses would happily talk to any of you, answer any questions. And I think that's something you should take advantage of. And just start to develop your own systems based on what the other top producers are doing. You don't have to copy them exactly. You can if you want to, but you don't have to. You can take a little bit from here, a little bit from there, and just always improve. If I could say anything, it would be every day just to get a little bit better. If you just get 1%, 2% better, 0.5%, 0.0001%, just get a little bit better every single day. And over time, those little small increases in you becoming a better agent little by little will add up to be so big. Nobody saw me coming. Everybody was sleeping on me. I said, I'm gonna be the best agent down here. I'm gonna be number one in my area. I was just talking about my area, not the state. I didn't know that was gonna happen. But nobody saw it coming. That's the way you have to be, behind the scenes, putting the work in when nobody's looking, when nobody's watching, right? And you always catch up with the top producers when they're on vacation, when they're going to Christmas parties, when they're, you know, when the seasons slow down and they start to slack off. You need to be pushing harder during those times to catch up to the top producers. So I hope that helps you guys.
Big round of applause. Big round of applause. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you.